Pope Francis is set to leave hospital on Sunday, according to doctors, after spending 38 days battling a severe pneumonia infection.
The leader of Turkey's main opposition party, the CHP, has renewed calls for supporters to continue peacefully protesting the arrest of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu.
Pope Francis is set to leave hospital on Sunday after spending 38 days battling a severe pneumonia infection in both lungs, his doctors confirmed. The Pope will need at least 2 months of rest and rehabilitation, which he will continue at the Vatican, according to health officials. Francis was first admitted to Gemelli Hospital after a worsening case of bronchitis. On Sunday, Pope Francis is also expected to make his first public appearance since he was admitted to hospital.
The leader of Turkey's main opposition, the Republican People's Party, CHP, has renewed calls for supporters to take to the streets to peacefully protest the arrest of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu. İmamoğlu was arrested in a dawn raid of his residence on Wednesday over alleged corruption and links to terror groups. Many view the arrest as a politically driven attempt to remove a popular opposition figure and key challenger to President Erdogan in the next presidential race set for 2028. Erdogan denies any involvement in the legal probe, insisting that Turkish courts operate freely and independently. Since his arrest, thousands of people have gathered at Istanbul City Hall, the designated office of the mayor, calling for his release. Clashes have erupted between protesters and police in Istanbul and also in the capital Ankara. A 5-day ban on protests was instated in Ankara after protesters clashed with police on a university campus, where tear gas and water cannons were deployed to disperse the crowds. But despite this, CHP leader Özgür Özel is urging people to exercise their constitutional right and continue participating in peaceful demonstrations. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of silence and stalling ceasefire efforts. Zelensky says Kyiv has accepted a U.S. proposal for a complete ceasefire more than a week ago. The Ukrainian leader noted that no progress has been made on that front as Putin is yet to respond to the proposal. He accused his Russian counterpart of continuing to act as an aggressor as the Kremlin continues its heavy aerial bombardment of Ukraine. Both Zelensky and Putin agreed in principle on Wednesday to the partial truce after U.S. President Donald Trump spoke with them. It still remains to be seen what possible targets would be off-limits to attack within the scope of the agreement. Zelensky's comments come just a few days before peace talks are scheduled to resume in Saudi Arabia with U.S. officials next week. The Ukrainian president stressed that more pressure must be put on Russia to finally bring the invasion of his country to an end.
The Tate brothers are back in Romania after being allowed by Romanian authorities to travel to the US on a 3-week vacation, as long as they were back by Monday, despite being under judicial control, accused of trafficking minors and money laundering. One of the brothers, Andrew, says they have nothing to hide from.
I'm glad to be home, back in Romania, like I said I'd be. Because innocent men don't run from anything. We're here to clear our names and exonerate ourselves. And after all we've been through, we truly deserve the day in court where it is stated that we've done nothing wrong.
The Tate brothers' departure from Romania 3 weeks ago sparked criticism at the time. Some MPs filed a complaint with the judiciary after reports suggested the US had pressured the authorities to release them. At the beginning of March, Florida's Attorney General announced an investigation against the two brothers.
North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un expressed unwavering support for Russia's invasion of Ukraine during a meeting with the top Russian official, according to Pyongyang's state media. Kim and Russian Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu reportedly discussed issues including Moscow's war in Ukraine and the security situation on the Korean peninsula. The meeting followed a South Korean intelligence assessment that North Korea had likely sent troops to assist Russia in its war in Ukraine.